Hello, Groovers. It's very still and very fucking cold night in Hobart, Tasmania. Come with me on my drive home. I haven't been live for ages. I've been, I've been living, but I haven't been going live. I'm tired. I had a full on day at work. So hopefully someone will join me and keep me company on my drive home. But if not, I just want to make a blanket statement on behalf of all of the nice and good kitchen ladies out there on YouTube. We're not all bad. It's about all I've picked up on things I've missed on YouTube since. God, what day did I last go live? Was it last Wednesday? I think it was. Nearly a week ago. Hey, Mandy Hawk. Yeah, nice kitchen lady. I'm live to defend the nice kitchen ladies of YouTube, of which there are many of us. I tried to do a bit of a bounce around the YouTube land yesterday to see what had been happening in the last week while I've been dining in lots of different restaurants, catching up with friends and family and having a rollicking good time. And I can't catch up. There's all the things. There's so many of the things. YouTube has gone mad. Has it not always been mad? Let's be honest, Mandy. Let's think about this. When has it? Well, actually, when I first stumbled into the YouTube worlds in 2018, and by that I mean channels going live and stuff, because prior to that, YouTube, hey, Michelle P., YouTube was before that case I don't even want to mention. For me, it was how-to videos, cat videos, and music videos, pretty much. And then YouTube added the go live feature, and suddenly there were a heap of screaming banshees going live about the case I was following. It's gone off the rails. Well, feel free to drop any info you've got to help the nice kitchen lady get up to speed. Don't forget I'm driving, so feel free to yell at me in caps because I can't read lowercase. And obviously I can't read unless I'm crawling in traffic like right now, which is perfect. But I really can't keep up. Like, it's weird. I used to go live all the time saying you could literally leave YouTube for a year and come back to it and it would be the same shit going on, a bit like The Bold and the Beautiful. But I did a bit of I actually was making a video of a cooking video last night, and I fucked up the recipe, and I was like, can I somehow still put this up but just point out I fucked it up? And I was like, no, I can't. So I've edited a slow cooker one instead. But I bounced around a little bit and I was looking at clip channels, and a lot of them haven't put anything up that made any sense to me. But yeah, what be going on? I did see in my lunch break, walking back from going to the pharmacy to get some medications. I listened, but I didn't watch. I mean, I didn't need to watch, but I listened to Lovers Inc. saying the ponies or the furries have finally acknowledged Diane is a scammer. It was a very tongue-in-cheek, sarcastic little, very short thing that I listened to. But other than that, I don't. Oh, it's got to the point that I actually don't know who to listen to get the full story. Like, you know, these. Hey, Carolina. Hey, Francesca. In this day and age, it's rare for a channel to just give you the whole story, all sides, all versions, and put it out there. You've got to kind of listen to one and then listen to another, and then they talk about another. Then you've got to listen to them, and who got time for that? And then the clip channels, as much as they are great at sort of summarizing things from time to time, I'm too far like gone from the chaos to know what the clips are about. But yeah, feel free to yell at me in caps, and if and when the traffic is slow and I get a chance to glance down, I will. Oh, thanks, Francesca. It is peak hour traffic. I am driving home. It's Tuesday night. It's 7 freezing fucking degrees Celsius. That is not Fahrenheit. It takes my house about 15 to 20 minutes to heat up. With the hydronic heating, I used to have it set on timers, but these days I usually pull over in Sorel and put it on because that's like 15, 20 minutes from home. I've already put the heating on. Sunny will be getting very cozy. I want the house to be snug as a bug when I get home. So some would say that's a waste of gas, just heating the house for your cat, but Sunny disagrees. Still got the red bridge from Dark Mofo over in the right. You might get a glimpse of it soon when we come a bit closer to it. It's very close to me, but as usual, you get the pen. Oh, guys, you're going to crack up. I'm still driving the Birdie. Well, the Birdie Mobile's got a new name because I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy it. And Scotty said to me yesterday, I've come up with a name so that it's you and Birdie. The T-Bird. So we're calling it the T-Bird. My normal car, my usual car, is getting worked on. They started on it today and tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be finished by about lunchtime. Not that I have any way of picking it up at lunchtime, but I'll be asked to hand over a giant slab of cash. And then my neighbour's going to drop me down on Thursday morning so I can pick it up before I have to go to work. But yeah, the T-Bird. Isn't that cute, huh? Blend of Tory and Birdie, the T-Bird. The name's probably actually a bit cool for the car. It's a cute car, but it's not what you would be visualising when you hear T-Bird. Definitely won't be reading chat going over the bridge. But hi to anyone wandering in, and I've gone live pretty much to defend all of the nice kitchen ladies of YouTube. For there are many of us, and I don't really have an opinion either way about the person who's been referred to as kitchen lady now on YouTube after requesting her name not be used. I mean, you've got to be creative, right, and come up with a way of talking about them without using their names. But I didn't take offence. I just thought it was topical, hence the name of my live. For quite a few of us at times go live from our kitchen. Mind you, in my defence, I go live from my kitchen because I'm cooking in it. One of my most viewed lives, I did go live from the kitchen, and that was the one about Molly Golightly being off the rails back in, I think I did that in 2018, maybe 2019. I was a prophet. She only had like somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 subs at that point. So I was a prophet. But boy, she used to go off the rails. I mean, she still does, but I used to like her early days off the rails. It was highly entertaining. And it was comically entertaining. It wasn't, this lady has serious issues entertaining. It was just legit funny. But you don't see a lot of legit funny on the tubes these days, do you? Where's all of that stuff gone? Oh, now I've got an ambulance coming, so I'm just going to do the right thing and try and get out of its way if other cars will let me. You actually are a nice kitchen. I am a nice kitchen lady. Well, actually, originally, but there wasn't room for it. My heading was going to be, I thought of it this morning. I wasn't planning on going live driving home, but the next time I was going to go live, I was going to go, I am not the kitchen lady everyone's telling you, talking about, and I can prove it because I ain't no lady. Shit, it's now 6 degrees. We've lost it. We've lost a degree. It's become a battleground. It's nuts. I know it's not even traces of nuts anymore, is it? Like the entire dish is just 100% nuts. My original traces of nuts name was, I came up, well, it's an old website I used to have years ago, but I came up with it because it could mean so many different things. But one of them was out here on the YouTube plains where there's traces of nuts. So, everyone's a little bit nutty, but in a good way. In a good way. But now it's just like batshit crazy, fucking hardcore. We're not talking traces of nuts. We're talking like the biggest nut factory on the planet. It's actually producing nuts by the bucket load, and the subs are turning, if they haven't already, into massive nuts as well. And it's just a massive nut fest. And if anyone walked in right now and you're thinking I'm talking about testicles, no, I'm not. This nut fest is literally people that are nutbags. But I thought, I can usually do a little bounce around a few channels in the morning while I'm getting ready and washing my lady and all of that sort of stuff and have a fair idea of what's been going on. But there's so many people responding to so many things that have happened that I can't work out. But there's just more people talking about things, and there are people connecting people together that I don't believe are connected. And if they are, I'm gobsmacked. And then there's enemies that are now friends again. And I mean, the biggest news for me today, because I have no fucking clue really what's going on YouTube, was Lovers Inc. doing the whole thing about the furries and finally realised Diane's a scammer. That's the only thing I know about. And I don't even know why she did that. Like, what evidence led to that little thing that she did? I haven't watched Lovers Inc. for such a long time. I haven't watched anyone for ages, but I especially haven't watched Lovers Inc. for quite a few weeks. And I was like, well, where's the... I mean, I'm happy that they've finally joined the rest of YouTube in agreeing about that, but what made that happen? What led to that epiphany? And I've got questions like, is Steph still on every fucking panel 24/7? Is that just Larry guy still telling everyone about his credentials? Um, Has Armchair Detective returned from Portugal? How's Laura doing? Um, I, I don't know what anyone's doing. I know that Mel put an announcement that a heap of her content's back up on her channel. That's exciting news. I was happy to read that. Didn't have time to respond, but saw a community post, I'm assuming, or maybe a video, something. I've been so fucking busy, you've got no idea. I'm too old for this shit. I may have to read that really long comment when I get home because we're moving on the freeway. We're cruising down the highway in the hot, hot sun. How bizarre. There's no sun. We're in moon country. What else? Is Molly Golali and Tiffany, are they still talking about Cash Gernon? I haven't. I've had such a break. I can't even remember what every channel was doing before my break. Has anything changed? I mean, there seems to be more people talking about. There seems to be more outraged people. My notifications list is getting very long. But it looks like it'll be like there's one channel saying, fuck you, so-and-so. And then the so-and-so will have a live saying, you fuck yourself, so-and-so. And so-and-so could get fucked too. So then I go to the second so-and-so and they're like, I'm innocent of all charges, but so-and-so, go fuck yourself. And it's a completely different so-and-so. It's like the rabbit warren is just turning into this sort of whirlpool. It's just this massive spinning circle and people are just falling into it and spinning around. And then, like, some of them, I don't even know if they're subs that have now got channels. It's just insane. Lots of upset people, really, Francesca. Like, who? Who'll be... Oh, bloody Melmo's gone live doing trivia. You'll all leave me now. God damn it. It'd be way more interesting to do trivia with Mel than have me driving in the dark saying, what's happened on YouTube in the last week? Because I really did try to work some of it out and I can't. But I'm subbed to people all over the place. Like I've resubbed to just pretty much any name. I'm like, oh, they've got a channel and I'm subbing. Everyone seems upset at the moment. It's not surprising. Some of them have not really had a realistic break from YouTube since I first encountered them in 2018. There's a lot of them that just really haven't had much of a break. Even when they do take a holiday, they go live from wherever they are. God, it must be exhausting to be them though, Like I've just had a week of catching up with so many precious people that I adore, and I've been to like beautiful restaurants for dinner. We've wandered around Hobart and huddled around fire pots, drinking hot toddies and catching. Watts Island is going crazy with what the no. No, why? Bury that shit once and for all. Once and for all. I actually feel a bit guilty. I'm not a lot guilty. I feel a little bit guilty because I did that live with Shanna with her theory. Oh, God, I don't know, 6 weeks ago now, because our friend Karen got falsely identified as some mysterious woman in a green jacket by AD and his mob, and then another channel fully docks Karen, and some of you may recall that I went live. I had Karen up with me, Shanna popped up, and we basically did it to clear Karen's name, right? And then I somehow ended up on Armchair Detectives panel super early in the morning for me, no coffee, no makeup. I looked like shit. I was still in my pajamas and braless. But it made Shanna and I start chatting a little bit about the whole Watts case again. So we did do a live, and Shanna has, I mean, it's not like we didn't sort of stop thinking about the case back in 2018 when he pled guilty. Of course, we were modding for a channel that was going live about him 24/7 well into 2019. But I did get criticised by quite a lot of people in the comments that, are not my usual subscribers and stuff because, you put what's in the title or Armchair Detective and suddenly you've got a whole new group of people coming over. But, I got yelled at by a lot of people, and a lot of people said some pretty nasty shit too. It was like, wow, okay. It's not like my channel has been Watts 24/7 for the last nearly 3 years. But, it made me feel guilty because I had to sort of defend myself and say, well, we wouldn't have even been talking about it again except for our friend being innocent, and wanting to let her clear her name on my channel. But, I've followed Sandy's cooking channel. I've been open about that, and I fall asleep to her. And, and I've heard them saying, can all the conspiracy theories end? And I didn't sort of even think really that the theory that Shanna had isn't a conspiracy theory. I mean, conspiracy theory gets thrown around a lot on YouTube when it shouldn't really be thrown around. Conspiracy theories are things like Elvis is still alive. It's not people talking about a case and, how the evidence sort of stacks up. But anyway, irrespective, I did feel a bit guilty about that. But I also felt vindicated in that defending my friend was my main reason for even discussing Watts again. And it wasn't because that's what I do on my channel all the time. It was because my friend was thrown out into the mix. But those of you that follow me and have been with me for a long time know that, I really, in my own personal view, as he pled guilty. Yeah, it was fascinating because in Australia, we don't get to see discovery. It was fascinating because in America, you guys don't usually either. Like, it was one of, if not the first case to have so much discovery released. People on YouTube had only recently been able to start going live. So there was that whole element. There were Facebook groups dedicated to the case, which is how a lot of people ended up sort of moving into the YouTube world. Like, it was, at the time, it was fun and it was exciting. But, I was kicked out of the Facebook groups because from the start I'm like, he did it, he pled guilty, he's been sentenced, move on. But why is there shit still going down on Watts Island now? Like, even that one live that I did with Shanna and the criticism that I've been receiving for it, and, listen to the Ruchek's wishes, and I didn't think that we were being remotely disrespectful towards them at all. I mean, at the end of the day, hate to say it, but people will discuss that case even 100 years after we're all dead. That's just how true crime works. I talk about Jack the Ripper with my friends and Charles Manson and Ted Bundy and Azaria Chamberlain and the Beaumont children in South Australia. Like, I talk about crimes that happened decades and centuries ago. Like, that's just the way true crime is. But, yeah, I felt guilty even though we reiterated throughout the live and maintained, the whole way along that we thought he was guilty as fuck. I still felt bad about it. So how can these channels keep doing it and just not even think about what the Rucheks have politely asked people to do? Which is let it go, let it go. I honestly don't think that they would ever have a problem with people discussing the case because, I mean, Sandy and the other kitchen lady are buddies, and that kitchen lady still talks about it. So, they're not saying no one can ever talk about it ever again. They're just saying, can all of these ridiculous conspiracy theory channels like Armchair Detective shut the fuck up and move on, right? I have a great life. Thank you, Francesca. I do like my life. Uh, I've had a lovely time catching up with people. Yeah, of course we can talk about the case, but oh, did I cop a lot of shit? And I felt like saying to them, fuck y'all. I didn't build my channel on this case. If I had, I'd have 13,000 subscribers by now, or I would have bought a shitload like a heap of other Chris Watts channels have. I haven't talked about it time and time and time again. I mean, in hindsight, probably should have done it on my Smooth Criminal podcast channel because that is my little true crime channel. But, didn't you listen to Sandy Ruchek? She said, stop it. I'm like, yeah, I follow her and I've read what she's written. I don't think she's aiming it at a little Tasmanian girl who's just basically opened up her platform to defend her innocent friend who's been put out there by AD and heaps of other batshit crazy people as being some chick in a green jacket in the courthouse on the day she wasn't even there. I don't think the Rucheks are counting me in their conspiracy theory channel list just quietly. Fuck me dead. You should see the batshits that I attracted by doing that. Oh my god. So many batshits. Like one girl, shut the fuck up and let her talk was a comment I got, and I put, I'm always open to polite constructive criticism, but this is not an example of polite constructive criticism. Thank you for taking the time to comment. And then I secretly, quietly said to myself, and go fuck yourself with a chainsaw. But I didn't write that, obviously, because I'm nice. I'm the nice kitchen lady, remember? One kitchen lady. There's only one kitchen lady. One kitchen lady. There's only one kitchen lady. Woo! Look, I'm not a lady, so I should be the kitchen groover. I'd even happily be the kitchen nutbag. I really don't give a flying flip. Oh, look, I'm using that. See, Sandy Ruchek taught me that. I say flying flip because of Sandy Ruchek. I love her for teaching me that. She'd forgive me for defending my friend. Surely. Yeah, kitchen groover. I mean, I did pop on into Kitchen Lady when she had Frank up going through that 50-page, I don't even know, was it a letter? Was it a list of somebody's theories? I don't know. But I did find it cringy. And I know that Kitchen Lady was like, they'd already read it and they approved it and, blah, blah, blah. But I did actually find, I was listening to it thinking, if Frank didn't have such a great sense of humour, which he does, what a dude. Like, what a dude. Love Frank Ruchek. And I love his banter with Sandy. They're cute as. They're a cute couple. But even if it was approved by them, I was listening to all this shit that was being read out and I was thinking, this is like, I fully respect them wanting to nip rumours in the bud, but some of that stuff was, whatever it was so vile. And I just kept thinking, I don't think this is good for them to be listening to. Even if they'd read it before, even if they'd approved that live, it just felt like there's only so much that they could laugh at, like it was 50 pages of just absolute bullshit. And some of it was absolutely horrific. I mean, good on Frank for somehow staying chipper and happy throughout it. I didn't watch all of it. I watched about 15 minutes and thought, I don't know if this is a good thing. Like, ignorance is bliss. Um, or even if they had seen it, if you'd printed it off your printer, just take it out to the fire pot and burn the fuck out of the thing. Oh, we've got another thing with sirens coming. Let's see if Tasmania makes a little throughway for the. I'm not sure if it's an ambulance or a fire engine. Move over, people. We gave the flashies to the. There's always one that just for some reason is like, oh, everyone's pulled over and going really slowly. I wonder why. And they don't. And like me and my friends, we were talking about them the other night, and I said, yeah, they're the people, if a family member of theirs was, died because an ambulance didn't get to them in time, they're the people that would be on a current affair whinging about it. But they're also the people that don't pull over. You know what I mean? There's just that group of people in society who think they're the exception to the rule and won't pull over for an ambulance. But yeah, God forbid one of their family members died. When an ambulance did get to them in time, they'd be on every bloody commercial TV station bitching about the ambulance. Grandma Ducky, g'day, Groover. The whole script is made up. Now, the script, what's the script? Is the script what? Are you talking about what was being read to Frankie, or are you talking about the other? I think it was the kitchen lady too who said that the channels have like a script that they follow. So they, like it's contrived drama. But contrived drama has been a very commonly discussed thing around the YouTube world from like very early days. When I first got onto YouTube, I was told, oh, they all get together behind the scenes and create drama and, work out who's going to fight with who and stuff. It wasn't Kitchen Lady, or was the other thing a script? See, I can't keep up. I do not know. And I'm expecting you to all answer my questions, and you're probably half as ignorant as I am. I feel bad that Mel went live with trivia when I'm driving, but I can't touch my phone when I'm driving to stop it. So she went live after me in my defense. And look, if you guys all want to go and play trivia with Mel, that is perfectly fine. It's not like the scenery is terribly riveting at this hour of the day. It's already 6 p.m. I'm normally getting home a bit after, I'm usually home in about 15 minutes from now. I had so much work to do and I kept working and I got to a point where I'm like, you've hit the wall, just go. But I'm going to be taking work home with me on the weekend just to try and get my head around. There's just not enough hours in the day. I block out all this time to work on specific files, and things just get in the way of a good thing, The script is a bunch of notes written by Heather of Unmurdered. I thought YouTube script needs to be for Xanax. See, I got to read little print because I'm crawling. Info from Chris, but it wasn't. But then I heard Kitchen Lady. I personally call her Alice Cooper, and I'll probably get in big trouble for saying that. But she was nicknamed Alice Cooper back in 2018 by, I don't want to throw people under the bridge, people in a group I was part of. That was her nickname. Now, I personally love Alice Cooper's music, so I wouldn't be offended. It was purely the dark hair and the eyeliner that led to that nickname. You know, it was just a look. Uh, but I thought she was talking about, oh, see, and this just shows what a bimbo I am. I mean, I'm living proof that not all bimbos are blonde. I thought she was talking about a script that, like, why is it called a script? Why is the info from Chris that isn't info from Chris called a script? Isn't it just like notes? Did kitchen lady arms lady? She doesn't have kitchen lady arms. Tuck shop lady arms. Do you guys? You wouldn't say that in America because you don't have tuck shops. Cafeteria. Do you guys say cafeteria lady arms? Because in Australia, like at schools where you get your food when you're a little kid, it's called a tuck shop. At least where I live. And when you get older and you get those bat wings under your arms, like your arms get a little bit flap in the breeze, we call them tuck shop lady arms. Do you guys call them cafeteria lady arms? Exactly, Mandy. Alice. Who the fuck is Alice? Casper. G'day, Groover. The script, I can't read very well at the moment because I'm focusing on the road. The script was leaked by an angry ex-mod. Oh, hell hath no fury like an angry ex-mod scorned. Oh, so was that like a script that they all had to repeat the info in it, like, and all sort of, you know, so they all have the same story? Is that why it's called a script? Plenty. Well, plenty. I should have, with my title, to be honest. I should have said, I'm not the kitchen lady and I've got evidence. I'm not a lady. Aha! But I'm here all week trying the schnitzel. Kitchen lady called it a script, but it ain't. Right, okay. But is not kitchen lady also talking about creators getting together and having like a contrived drama script, or did I imagine that? Is that some other wanton scrubber out on the YouTube lands? I can't keep up. And I want to. I feel like I've missed, 8 crucial episodes of my show, or 18. Because that's the other thing. When I get home at night, I'm all about MasterChef. I've got my beautiful friend Scott still in it, and Sabina in it too. In fact, Sabina's parents were having lunch at the same restaurant that I went to with my uncle and auntie and cousin on Sunday. And it was so nice to catch up with them and chat about beans. But yeah, I don't even, my days of getting home and saying, oh, let's see what happened on the tubes. Nah. I'm all about cooking dinner and watching MasterChef and hanging out with Sunny Bunny. I got no clue. Well, no. I'm not better off for not having a clue because I have questions. All creators are reading from a script too. Don't forget to write in caps, Groovers, because I can't read little print even when I'm doing little plumey. You have to watch. Huh? Wait, what? Huh? Creators have scripts. I don't. Can you tell? I'm just like, huh? What? Yeah. 44 and 45 what? I can't. What are you? You just came here to Confucius me. Kitchen lady read it out first. The what? Which stuff? Oh my God. My brain worked really hard today and you guys are just fucking with me, which I love. Don't get me wrong. Which script? She read out the leak script first. Is that the one? Can we change the Chris Watts thing to something different, to a fucking script? Can we call that the leak? The leak. The Tubi leak. We'll do a play on WikiLeak. It'll be the Tubi leak. So you're talking about the Tubi leak? Or are you talking about the scripted creators scripts of fucking Script Town? I can't keep up. I need a cup of tea and a nice lie down. I'll have to read chat when I get home because, well, when YouTube uploads it, which will probably be in 3 days' time. I can't read little print, Groover. Plemy. So the Tubi leak is the Watts Island script. Fuck. And then the script is the creators having scripts, right? Are we all on the same page? I'm still singing One Kitchen Lady, so, you know, I'm no use to any of you, really. What a live. What a live. In other news, we've gone back up to 7 degrees. Woo! It's positively tropical, everybody. I'm going really slow so this car overtakes me. Because those big trucks, utes, the new ones have got the LED lights and they're blinding. I don't like them. I get blinded by their light, wrapped up like a douche, because we all like to be wrapped up like douches. That's a dumb lyric. I can't read chat at the moment, guys. I'm all about safety at the moment. You'll just have to talk amongst yourselves. Some of you are writing essays. I will enjoy reading the chat, I'm sure, because you've all always got good. Now we've gone back down to 6 degrees. Make up your mind. Temperature person. 6 degrees Celsius is cold. Oh my God, my drive into work this morning, there was so much frost that it actually looked like it had snowed. It was very pretty, but I was on high alert because the roads, you know, really early in the morning can still be quite slippery. But gosh, it was beautiful. Hit the like button. I saw that. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. No, don't share this. This is not a good advertisement for my channel at all. This is just a usual hangout where you have a very riveting pitch black screen with a bit of road and me wailing about not having any idea what's happened on YouTube in the last week, 8 days, whatever. It's all the good shit, you know. We do all the good shit on this channel. Guys, I'm in a quandary too. My age has put me in a vaccination quandary. So the big wig authority health people in Australia have said that they're changing the age limit, like minimum, for the AstraZeneca, I think it's called. No, maybe not Zeneca, the Astra one, Alka-Seltzer, whatever the fuck it is, to 60 plus. So they're saying now people in their 50s should get the Pfizer. But if you've already had one of the Alka-Seltzer shots, you should only have the second Alka-Seltzer. So I haven't had a shot yet because I was booked in for a clinic on the 12th of July. But here's the kicker. The clinic that I'm booked into on the 12th of July is still administering Alka-Seltzers to the 50-year-olds, the people in their 50s. But the AMA, knowledgeable organisations, are saying, hell to the no, give Pfizer to the people in their 50s. So I don't want to go to the clinic and get jabbed with the Alka-Seltzer when everybody's saying if you're between 50 and 60 or 59, put down their foot and insist upon the Pfizer. But my clinic is still saying Alka-Seltzer. So I'm sort of in a bit of a limbo right now. I'm in limbo, man, because I was all lined up for the Alka-Seltzer, and everyone's going, don't get it. Wait, take the Pfizer one. Get that one in your guts. But my clinic isn't administering Pfizers to the folk in their 50s yet. What does one do? I'm not getting the Alka-Seltzer or the AstraZeneca or the fucking whatever it's called. I know it's not Zeneca, is it? If it is, that's funny because that's my friend's hairdressing salon. It's Zeneca, but I think that's why I'm saying Zeneca. Whatever that one's called, the one with the long A name. Getting really foggy right now. This car hasn't got any water in its wiper blades. I've got to get the frost off the windscreen before I drive off. Because I used it all up today and I was like, oh shit. The T-Bird needs a bit of juice. Yeah, look, I can try to get into the Pfizer shots in Hobart. I just haven't had time. Like, I've literally been dark mofoing till I took my cousin to the airport yesterday. Now my priority is cars, because my usual car is halfway through being ready to be driven again. So I'm still driving the T-Bird, which I haven't bought yet. And I've got to get that other car. So it's all a bit tricky at the moment. Friday will be my workout, my vaccination stuff. It is AstraZeneca. There you go. I mean, my mate's salon spelled slightly differently, but I want to do a live drive one day with someone sitting in the passenger seat and they can read chat because that would be fun. Because, I do sometimes go live when I'm driving and then I'm like, this is really silly because unless I'm stuck in traffic, I can't read the screen. But one day I'll go live and I'll have a monologue prepared for you all, which will turn into a soliloquy at some point. You'll all stop listening to me. G'day, Tori's 42nd subscriber. Johnson's rolled out one for one shot. I don't even know if they're in Australia. I wouldn't. All I know is I'm in the no Alka-Seltzer straight for the Pfizer. Say no to Alka-Seltzer if you be in your 50s. That's the advice of the AMA. Thanks for hanging out with me, Groovers. When I get home, I'm going to end this live, reverse down my driveway, go and see my cat, see little Sunny Pants. He'll be toasty warm because the heating's been on for ages now. Nearly an hour. The house will be toasty warm. God, it's so foggy through here. Don't really get to see the fog, but it's foggy. Visibility is low. It's pea soup, guys. It's pea soup. But thank you for hanging out with me. I don't feel like I know much more about what happened in YouTube, but that is why I love you guys. Like if one of you had come in and done like bullet points and said, well, so-and-so called so-and-so a fuckwit, and then that fuckwit called so-and-so a fuckwit, and now they're best friends even though they used to be enemies. And then this person, like, I'm glad that you're all kind of like as vague as I am. You guys really are the wind beneath my wings, and you have found the right channel. We all belong together. Like, we care to a point in that we're interested and entertained, but fucks to give level is pretty low. Just beeping little Scotty, letting him know that T-Bird is cruising past. So, yeah, I like that we're all kind of, we're invested in that we've all met on the tubes and we're constantly in bewildered awe of all of the shit that goes on in there. But none of us are invested enough to really have much of an idea of what's going on. We should just be known as the vagues. We're the vagues. We kind of know a little bit, but not enough for it to make sense. But does it make sense when you know it all anyway? I don't think so. In fact, I think the more you know, the weirder it gets. So we'll just remain the vagues. If you're in other channels and people are chatting to you and they're asking you questions, just say, I don't know, I'm one of the vagues. Thanks. Oh, geez, thanks. That sounds very pommy. Oh, geez, thank you. I can't wait to see me little Sunny Pants. She's always so happy to see me when I get home, bless her. She was grumpy this morning when she realised I was off to work again after having me at her disposal. Although I've been out a lot. She has not seen a lot of me in the last 5 days, except for like really sleeping and showering and eating breakfast and running out the door again. So yeah, poor little girl. But I've got some days of just chilling out at home coming up, and I'm really looking forward to that. Anywho, Grooveroonies, I am home to see what this dude's going. Um, I am home. Thanks for hanging out with me. I love you, you vague bastards. Don't change. Don't go changing. And until next time, stay groovy, everyone. I love you guys heaps. I genuinely do. Take care out there on the YouTubes. It's a crazy, crazy place.